Okay, folks, sorry I can't be here today. I have another curriculum meeting that I had to go to today, but I will be back tomorrow. So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you finish up our Skittles spreadsheet assignment that we had been working on, and you'll turn that in. And then we are going to start our new project, which is this one on your screen, Susie's Sweet Shop spreadsheet assignment. So let's talk about how you need to finish up the Skittles spreadsheet project first. So this is what your project sheet looked like, your instruction sheet, and this is your grading sheet down below. This is the part, excuse me, that we need to finish up before you turn in. We were figuring out a formula for the average number of Skittles in a bag for our class. Okay, so if you remember yesterday, we collected that information. Okay, so you'll want to make sure you open your Skittles spreadsheet. And here's all the information that we came up with. We put people's names and then the number of Skittles that were in their bag. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to come down at the bottom. You're going to label what your answer is going to be. And since that spills out into column B, I'm going to go ahead and use text wrapping so that it looks nice. And then here is where you are going to put in a function to average up the number of Skittles in a bag. Okay, and just a little tip for you, how we have used equals and the sum as a function. There is an average function. Okay, so you're going to look for average, and then I will let you take it from there to get your average number of Skittles per bag in our class. Okay, so once you finish that, you don't have to worry about making this beautiful. It can just be plain and ordinary. And then you're ready to turn this in. So you'll go back to Google Classroom. Over here, you will, on yours, you'll hit open and then add Google Drive, and then you will choose your Google spreadsheet to turn in here. Then once you have it turned in, you're going to come over here to Susie's Sweet Shop. This is our little project where you'll want to open these directions and look through the directions first. They look like this. And you will see that I give you a little scenario. It's kind of like a word problem in math. And what you're doing is you're acting like you have an Aunt Susie that owns a bakery, and she's asked you to help her out, coming up with some information about her business. So you sit there for 6 hours and you record information into a Google Sheet, and now you are going to analyze that data. You're going to graph that data, and then you're going to format the data. And these little check boxes take you through everything that you should do on the data. Okay, and I already have the data collected in a spreadsheet for you. So when you're back on Google Classroom, this part right here that says Susie's Sweet Shop student version, this is the actual data that you will start with. Okay, so when this opens up, you are going to do File, Make a Copy. Excuse me. You're going to do File, Make a Copy, and instead of this copy of, put your last name, and OK. So this will be the spreadsheet that you work on. Okay, you take this data and follow the directions on the direction sheet. So over here, let's just first look at what your data looks like. We have by hour, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, and 12. And this is showing the different types of cookies that are available at the bakery. And then this is keeping track of how many were sold during that hour. Now take note of this. This is sales per hour in dozens. Okay, so this means 13 dozen chocolate chip cookies, not 13 chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so you want to keep track of that when you're working on this. So once you've opened that, made a copy of it, then you are ready to simply look at the instructions and do each checkbox. Okay, so on analyzing data, you're supposed to be looking at the data that you collected and then doing something useful with it. This is where you're going to use formulas or functions to find answers to these things. These are all things that can help her as a business owner know if she needs to do something differently to help her business run better and serve her customers better. So you'll start out here, find a total sold for each type of cookie. So you switch back to your spreadsheet, and since you're finding a total for each type of cookie, it's going to be here. Okay. And then remember, you have to think about what is best. Should I do a regular plain old formula, or should I do a function to add up all the chocolate chip cookies that were sold over this time period? Okay. On this one, it makes sense that you would use a function. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, and so on. And so you'll just be switching back and forth between this spreadsheet and your instruction sheet to finish each item. Okay, and I have made 2 hard copies per table of this, 2 printouts. So the sub will hand those out to you, and if it's easier for you to read off of a piece of paper, you can do it like that. I think most of you are used to switching back and forth between a digital copy, so I didn't make a copy for each person, but hopefully that'll be enough for you. So you're just going to work through analyzing all of this data. I don't think that you will get to, I don't think you'll finish all the graphing and the formatting, but just keep pressing along, going down the sheet in order while I'm gone, and then when I come back on Thursday, we will take a look at things and see where you left off. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.